Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn Show, man. Today is August the 20th, 2025. We have just one game in the W, so we're going to get right into it for today's game. Hit the like button for me if you can as you join. It definitely helps out the algorithm. Yesterday, just a real quick recap of yesterday. 0-2 day for myself. I ended up taking the Washington team total up and over. It made too much sense not to. They shoot 1 for 9 from the three-point line in the first half against the Connecticut Sun and don't even get to I don't even think they got the 80 points yesterday. Didn't think they finished with 69. So that was a loser. What can you do about that, man? Connecticut has their best defensive road game of the season against the Washington Mystics after Washington has scored 80-plus points, I think, in 4 of their last 5 games. And then Atlanta plus the 1.5, they lose the game by 2. So it's been that kind of a season for me, man. Just continuing to take these L's that make a lot of sense for them to be W's, but we push forward. Hopefully you guys were able to make some money. As far as Jackson liked, I forgot to write the looks down yesterday. Let's just go back and look at it real quick. So Jackson liked, let's see if I can find it. Cardosa over her 21.5 points plus rebounds. Let's see. Cardosa finished with, I don't know if she got there, especially with Angel Reese being back. And I actually didn't watch this game because I didn't bet it. I didn't watch much of it. I was kind of flipping through. Cardosa finished with, let's see. Cardosa finished with 10-6, so she did not get there yesterday, but that also made sense with Angel Reese being back. And then the other play was on Tina Charles over her 15.5 points, and I think she finished with 13. So Jackson actually went 0-2 yesterday as well. WNBA has been a little wonky, man, especially with the late minute decisions. As far as today goes, just real quick, Jackson likes, I just asked Jackson for the best overall player prop in today's game. Jackson likes Haley Jones under her 9.5 points. It says that she's consistently staying under this line, hitting the under in 80% of her last 5 games, averaging just 6.2 points. The strong trend continues over her last 10 games. She's under in 60% of her games, averaging 8.4. Her season-long hit rate is 8.33, also comfortably under the number of 9.5, with the 53.3% hit rate to the under on the full season. Head-to-head, she has played against the Sparks team the only one time this season. She stayed under. She had 4 points in that game, which is a significant indicator for her ability to not be able to score against this defense. On the road, she's been under in 57% of her games this season. The Sparks are the worst defense in the WNBA. I'm paraphrasing, but they're the worst defense in the WNBA. I would not take anything under against the Sparks, but that's what Jackson likes. Under 9.5 for Haley Jones. Let's get into the matchup for today. The link for Jackson is in the description, as it always is, if you guys want to check it out. So Wings and Sparks. Wings will be on the road in this one. They are in LA. LA is back home off a 3-game. I think it was a 3-game Eastern Conference road trip. They finished in DC, where they absolutely, got smoked in that last game. They continue to just play the worst defense in the WNBA. It's not even close, honestly. I was checking yesterday to see how similar their defense was to the Dallas Wings. Because if you remember anything about Dallas last year, Dallas was a terrible defensive team, and it's very, very similar. Dallas, I think Dallas gave up like 92 points per game, and the Sparks team is like giving up about 89 points per game. So it's very, very similar. We just glanced at the injury report real quick. There's really nothing there. Dallas Wings are going to be without Uruf. She's done for the season. Arike continues to be out. James is game time decision. And they got Maddie Segrist back. So Maddie Segrist will be in there as well. Paige Beckers will be in there, which is really what you need to know for Dallas. And then the Sparks don't have anybody on the injury report. So Dallas, they absolutely had nothing to play for. But they've still been competitive. Outside of that Aces game, I think they've covered 4 of their last 5 games. They're not a good road team in general, just 8-9 against the spread. They got a game against Seattle coming up on Friday, and they've lost 8 of their last 10. So really not a lot to play for. But this is a standalone game. I feel like Dallas plays well in these standalone games, and I'm not laying points with the Sparks. That's what it really comes down to. If you look at the standings, the Sparks are 1 game behind the Seattle Storm for the final playoff spot. And if they, in the tiebreaker, they do own the tiebreaker over the Seattle Storm. So they have a lot to play for in this game. The spread has moved. This open like 7.5 is up to 8.5 on most books, and the total only continues to go up. And that's what you kind of got to agree with, right? Like, you don't want to lay points with the Sparks. They're 5-9 against the spread at home. It's their first game being back on the West Coast. They don't play again until Tuesday, though, so they can kind of go all out in this spot. The more I look into the game, like, it's pretty simple. It's over. It's over or nothing at all in this game. These two teams did play last Friday. That game had a total of 178. It finished with 193. And Dallas got the 96. The Sparks got the 97 in that game. Dallas last 5 games, second worst defensive rated team. LA last 5 games, worst defensive rated team. Both teams are allowing 92 and 87 points in their last 5 games. Dallas last 5 games are averaging about 171 points. LA 178. But when you combine the pace for these two teams and how poor defensively they both are, I think you can only look over. All Sparks games go over, and each game feels like the total is higher than the previous total. And so I looked into that, right? The highest Sparks total this season was actually against the Wings. It was last week, 179. Went over by 14 points. I just talked about that. Before that, it was the game against the Fever back on August the 13th. It was a total of 178. It went over by 13 points. And then they had 2 games against the Liberty, one at home without overtime. 175.5 was the total. It went over by 26.5 points without overtime. And then the game that they played in LA, the game that they played in New York, the one that Stewie got hurt in, that was a 175 total as well. It went over by 25 points. That one did have overtime, but it was over. It went over in regulation as well. The Sparks 7-3 to the over in their games when they're playing at home, coming off a road game, including 7-1 in their last 9. Sparks also 7-2 to the over if they're a favorite of 5 points or more, and a perfect 7-0 to the over in the last 7 instances for that as well. I think, you just play over, right? Dallas will be able to get there. I think the team total is like 86.5. They should be able to get to 90 points because that's what the Sparks give everybody. I'm not even sure who's going to score them, but Paige Beckers should be a high-scoring game. Paige Beckers should be out there diamond. I like Haley Jones. I think she's also going to play a lot of point guard for this team as well. Maddie Seager should be able to get some buckets. Diamond Miller should be able to score the basketball. And on the opposite side, Kelsey Plum should be able to go out there dime. I know Julie Ottoman has been taking all the assists, so I'll potentially look at her assists as well. Kelsey Plum threes. Dearica Hamby has been absolutely going crazy. They don't have anybody to stop her at all. Azare threes. Like it's so many different ways to play this game. So whatever it is that you guys do play, I wish you the best. But yeah, if I'm playing and I haven't yet, just because the injury, I want to make sure the injury report is not anything too crazy, especially with some of the things that we've seen lately in the WNBA, as far as like last minute, that Valkyries game was kind of crazy with the players who ended up being ruled out. So I'll wait. But yeah, if I'm playing over, and I'm taking Dallas plus the points. No way I'm laying with the Sparks, but whatever it is that you guys decide to bet, I hope you cash, man. Link in the description as always for all the resources, the plays, all those good things. Check me out, man, and definitely share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the like button on the way out. Enjoy your Wednesday. Catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.